Well, time to crank them up. If Sunday's Daytona 500 is the main course, today's twin qualifying duels, nice little appetizer. And wouldn't you know it, things heating up.
Also in dual race number one,
Run in Sprint Cup Series this season, racing in the first duel of the day. So here we go, 8 to go. This is bizarre. Michael Waltrip all by himself on the backstretch gets loose, and the Aaron's Dream Machine is a nightmare. He's done. Spins out. End of his day. Final lap now, defending Sprint Cup champ Tony Stewart leading the way, but watching the back of the pack. Ouch, Danica into the wall hard. Should be okay. Tony Stewart goes on to get the win. Dale Jr. comes in second. The second duel now, there is Rowdy, Kyle Busch. Not much of a factor in this one. Pick it up with 2 laps to go. Greg Biffle, Matt Kenseth battling it out at the front. Biffle already qualified second for Sunday's race, but he wants more. Goes for the block on Kenseth, but the 17's having none of that. He crosses over, takes the lead, and Kenseth able to hold off 6 others right in his rear view to take it home and win the second duel. So this is how the first 2 rows will stack up Sunday for the Great American Race. Carl Edwards on the pole. He's joined alongside by his Roush teammate Biffle. Row 2 has the 2 winners of the duel, Stewart and Kenseth. Dale Jr. 5th, Regan Smith 6th. Race coverage Sunday on Watch Fox, and it begins at high noon. The Gamecock baseball team is back for more. After a clean 3-game sweep to open the season, Carolina returns to action with Elon visiting the capital city. Game 1 of the series Friday at 3. The Gamecocks will have no pushover in town. The Phoenix are the reigning SoCon champs, and they're off to a quick 4-0 start. Head coach Ray Tanner says solid defense is needed for a successful weekend.
They're going to run bases. I think they're probably in double digits already through 4 games. That seems to be the one thing that jumps out at you going into this series is we'll have to defend the running game because that's part of what they do offensively. They're a very solid team. 2 junior pitchers out this weekend, Friday, Saturday, a sophomore on Sunday, right, left, right. So we know that it'll be a difficult weekend for us. We hope we can play well.
SEC women's basketball tonight. Gamecocks neck and neck with 13th ranked Kentucky all night, but falling a little short in Lexington, 53-50. Ashley Bruner leading the Gamecocks with 13 points and 11 rebounds. USC finishes up the regular season at home Sunday against Arkansas. It will be senior day. Crunch time in the South Carolina high school playoffs. A big weekend ahead as 10 of our Midlands boys and girls teams play in the upper and lower state championship games. First up, the Lexington boys, Dutch Fork girls, and Orangeburg Wilkinson girls all in action tomorrow night, and they're all playing for trips to championship weekend. The Spring Valley girls will not repeat as state champs, but a big-time honor for their head coach, Ann Long. You saw her there at the beginning of the clip. She will coach in this year's McDonald's All-America game. This is a big deal. She's in her 4th year as head coach of the Lady Vikings. The former Dutch Fork coach has won 4 region titles and 2 state titles. She'll head up the East team, which will be televised. The game will nationally on ESPNU on March 28th. Let's do some work on the links. Not sure if the term ball-in is used in golf, but that's what Dustin Johnson's doing right now. Here on the 12th, this is the second round of the match play against Francesco Molinari. He buries this chip shot for birdie. Johnson moves on. He'll face Mark Wilson Friday. As for Tiger, needs to birdie this to extend the match against Nick Watney, and it goes begging right of the cup. So the short game continues to haunt Woods. He is out, and Watney moves on. Big news out of the MLB. 2011 NL MVP Ryan Braun winning his appeal of a positive drug test. The Brewers slugger will avoid a 50-game suspension. He's the first player in the history of Major League Baseball to successfully appeal a drug test. Sources say league officials are upset about the decision and are considering options. Well, you know, this opens up possibly a huge can of worms for all the guys who have been suspended in the past. I'm sure this is not done by any means. Interesting to see now how this all plays out with the suspensions and the bans going forward.
Wow.
But hey, we're talking baseball.
Muddy water already.
Spring training's here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Well, up next, another check of your Friday forecast.
And you may need to sit down for this one. We're taking